the Rob's Rant Show, brought to you by 906 Multimedia.
There was a 4-year-old child that shot herself by mistake in Philadelphia the other day. And just recently, they charged the mother with the crime. Should the mother be charged? Let's talk about that when I come back. This is Rob Bell, and this is Rant. Should they charge the mother for her young daughter accidentally shooting herself? And why was the gun in the house in the first place? And if the gun was in the house, how come the gun wasn't in the place where the child could not get to it? And why was the gun not protected to it? It had some kind of device which prohibited anybody, especially a child, from using the gun. You know, this is a sad situation, and to some degree attached to some of the other violence that occurs in our communities. This is maybe the second or third incident in Philadelphia this year to where a young person was shot with a gun. I believe in some of the other incidents, the father was responsible for shooting his daughter, and then I think maybe another adult was responsible for shooting their child. But in this case, it was an accident. So I asked the same question again. Should the mother be charged with the crime of manslaughter? I mean, it's very difficult for you as a parent to watch everything that your children are doing, especially around the house. You know, as great a parent as you can be, and as you watch your children as best you can throughout the day and evening until they go to bed. Your children and your child can find a way to get into things that, as soon as you turn your back, they're into something, and oh my God, it's a tragedy. Be it a gun, be it getting into a cabinet under the sink where they swallow some chemicals, be it falling out of a window. I mean, there are a multitude of things that can happen to a young person under your dutiful watch as a parent. We all know what happened with the young person that climbed into the gorilla caves in Cincinnati a couple of weeks ago, and the parents were right there. And the question was, should those parents be charged? The fortunate outcome was that the child was not harmed. However, the gorilla was killed, and there was some uproar about that. But in this particular case, there was a young life that was taken because she accidentally shot herself. And now the Philadelphia Police Department wants to charge the mother with manslaughter. Now, I don't know all the particulars behind the case, and really none of us do, except the police. And so based on the investigation and the information that they've gathered, based on that investigation, they've decided to charge the mother. Isn't she going through enough tragedy that she lost a 4-year-old daughter? I don't know. Was she really being negligent? Did the gun have to be in the house? Was she being underhanded and not upright and forthright when the police began the investigation? Because there was some talk about her kind of lying about the situation in the first place, and then under more scrutiny and interrogation, kind of coming forth with the truth. And probably based on that, the police feel that there was some malicious kind of action going on there, and as a result, they've decided to charge her with manslaughter. The bottom line is, and we go back to this all the time, having guns in the community, and more, and in particularly inside the house, inside the home. When you have a gun inside the home with young children, you have to be extra guarded about where that gun is being placed, how that gun is being loaded, and definitely putting that gun out of harm's way for those children. You got to be up on that, because if not, you're going to get tragedies like this. And it's sad to say, but now 2 lives are being lost. One life, of the 4-year-old girl being deceased, and another life of the mother probably going to jail for a number of years. And if she's got any other children, now they've lost their mother, and they'll probably have to either go to a relative or, in the worst case scenario, get involved into the system, the DHS system. So we got to be mindful, people. This violence thing is touching us in every area, not just out in the streets, but even in our homes. This is Rob Bell, and this is Ron Rant.